All right, it says I'm live. What is going on? I'm sitting here in my room, my bedroom, and it is Friday. It is Friday. Hi, Diane Jordan. How are you? Good to see your name on here. What time is it? It's 4:45 my time, and I'm chilling out. My phone's ringing. People are calling me now. Whatever. So, anyway, I just wanted to take a minute, and while I have a cold beer at the end of the week, what's up, Nemo? Nemo J-Lo. 5:45. So, Diane, you must be Central Time because I'm Mountain. What is up, Kelly and Bean Destruction? I almost said Bean Destruction. I haven't even had her yet. Let's say Victor, what's up? MOG Improvement Services. I know you. I know you very well. Who else? Animal Mother, Honduras. Let's see. So Bean just had a Jack and Coke. All right, so type your favorite beverage. Type your favorite beverage. Brandon Smith, what's up, man? Let me hear your beverage, and hopefully the connection is good. My internet this week has sucked butt. All right, so we got a Corona. So I don't think I'm allowed to show things on here. I know if I play music on here, I'll get in trouble. But let's just say I'm drinking a beer that is rhymes with Rodello. So Victor's drinking a vodka. The video's good. All right, cool. Ohio, Mr. Jack is your good friend. Jordan is in whiskey. I'm also into this stuff. I won't show you the label either, but I haven't drank any of this either. Maybe I'll have one of these with you guys after this is gone if I'm on that long. So anyway, what else we got? Now I butcher stuff on here, guys, so I'm sorry, but Nuso oil, Nuso, is that French? Like, I don't know. Darren Noel, Jai Construction. See, I'm like not educated. Hey, speaking of cool shit, Victor, what do you think of the new CSA shirts, man? Contractor Sales Academy is, I don't know if it's reversed any, but it says back off. I know Shin Fu. Pretty cool. I designed this. Well, I didn't really design it. It was my idea, but our designer designed it. Marcus is into vodka and soda. We got a Guinness. Cider Boys. Scott is in Cider Boys, or let's see what else we got. I'm just trying to go through here. Hopefully, let's see. 13. What's 13? What am I missing, man? I'm slow. I'm slow on the uptake sometimes. So, all right. So, oh, the shoe on the shirt, 13. I got you, man. I'm with you. Yeah, it probably is about it. Oh, could be. Speaking of this is kind of funny. Let me tell you guys a story. Many, many moons ago, I'm like a Navajo Indian. Many moons ago, at least I'm laughing. By the way, if anyone's going to be in Savannah, Georgia next week for the Painting and Decorating Contractors Association annual event, I'm keynoting that first thing Wednesday morning. I'm going to be cranking heavy metal and screaming at people at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I got a burp coming. All right. So many moons ago, my people, I always wondered what it'd be like to be the Indian chief. So whatever. I am in a rare mood of distraction today. Like I'm looking out my window and the weather's looking shitty, and I'm my mind's all over in one of those weeks and days. Nothing bad, just all that. So let me tell you the story of the boot. Not this boot, but so Me and some friends, when I was a young man, I'm 49 now, and when I was about 18, we took a trip over the border from Illinois, where I grew up, into Iowa. Ooh, contractor in chief. I like that. Some creative people here. And we went to, I think it was Keokuk, Iowa. Keokuk, Iowa. And because you could drink when you were 18 in Iowa at the time. And so we went to drink. And all I remember was, like, we were talking to the local town girls, and we were the new guys in town, right? So we were more interesting than the old guys in town. So we were getting attention from the town ladies, which the local boys didn't like, right? So that's all I know of the evening, except the last thing that I remember seeing that evening was the bottom of a boot that had a 16 on it. There was a 16 printed on the bottom of the boot as the boot was coming to my face. And I woke up about an hour later as we were driving home, and my lips were split open and there was blood. And I had actually stolen one of my dad's shirts, and it was like his favorite shirt. And I borrowed it and wrecked it because I had blood all over it. So this boot reminds me of what I saw coming at my face. And that country boy had a boot that was probably about as, I guess it would be as big as my forearm coming at your face, or at least that long. That's a big frickin' boot. So yeah, I got my face bashed in with a big boot. Type yes in the box if you've ever been punched or kicked so hard you've been knocked out. I'll start. Yes. So you haven't really lived until somebody's knocked your ass out. I can just tell you that. So Robert says yes. Type yes in the box if you ever threw a grenade into an ammo bunker in the Middle East and it blew up and there was a secondary explosion and it blew you back 30 feet. Yes, I'll start with that one. Anyway, my Marine Corps days. All right, so listen. Ideal. More than once. Is that Mr. Klotz? Is that you, buddy? I don't know if somebody else has your name. Let's see. Who else has been knocked out? Victor's been knocked out. What's up, Mike Klotz? Good to see you, buddy. So who is not, all right, those of you that have been knocked out, was it in a formal like sport like boxing, MMA, or was it like in a street fight, or you picked a fight with a bunch of farm boys like I did? I'm just curious where we're at there. All right, so I actually got choked out by my oldest son, Dakota, about 2 years ago. We were in our, let's see, no, it was bar defense. Robert, that looks like didn't go your way if you were the one getting knocked out. Bar brawl. Has anyone ever swung a chair over another guy's head like in the movies? I've never done that. There's a couple things I always wanted to do. Number one is I wanted to get in one of those real barroom brawls where guys are like slamming chairs and stuff. And the other thing, now tell me this wouldn't be freaking cool. All right, you ready for this? I have always dreamed of being in a high-speed car chase in a parking garage. So there you go. Pool stick. I had a buddy that got smashed in the face with a sock with a couple pool balls in it. He was defending one of his friends, and they got jumped in the parking lot. That was fun. Let's see, what else? So back to my story about my son, Dakota. We were Krav Maga class training a couple years ago, and ice over the head in Alaska. That's awesome. Let me take another sip. I got to take another sip of my Rodello. I'm not allowed to say the brand name, am I? Anyway, last time I did that, my video got taken down. Head bumped off a brick wall. That sucks. So back to Krav Maga. My son, we're practicing the guillotine move, And in the guillotine, you lock your guy in, and then you just kind of lean back and up, and you're really kind of screwed, right? My son was, let's see, he's 18 now, so he was probably 16 at the time. And he'd been training mixed martial arts for a long time. And I had all my Marine training and all this other stuff. So I think I'm a badass, right? And what's up, Muhammad? Thanks for watching. And he's leaning back, and he's leaning back in the guillotine, and he's going really gently and soft in my ear. He's going, Dad, you need to tap. You need to tap out, Dad. Dad, you need to tap out. I'm like, no, I got this. And then I heard something pop in my neck, and then I started to go black. So then I tapped. So anyway, my 16-year-old son about killed me. So anyway, lots of interesting things happening. Let's see, what else? All right, type, what's up, Keith Kalfas? Good to see you. All right. Start with this one. I'll type yes before I even answer the question or ask the question. Have you ever fallen off of a roof? Let's throw that in the box. Let's see what we got going on here. I have. I was power washing a cedar shake roof, or whatever. It was like a wood shake roof once. A lot of yeses. That was quick. And it was really slippery, and it was like really cold and wet and slippery. And I thought it would be a good idea because I kept slipping. This is before, we gave a shit what OSHA thought. I was working for my uncle, who was a painting contractor. He's like, hey, go power wash this roof. And so I took my boots and my socks off, and I was barefoot on the roof. Power washing this thing. And then I just started skiing down it, and I went off. And I was right out of the Marine Corps. So it was just kind of like, whatever, another day in the office. And I fell, wasn't too high of a roof. It was maybe 20 feet. And so I had all these splinters in the bottom of my feet and shit like that. It was pretty bad. And then I climbed back up. I just went back up and kept power washing. I fell off again. So the guys on the crew actually nicknamed me for the time being the Fall Guy. Those of you that are older know there was a show. Let's see. Victor fell off 18 feet. Bean construction, putting steel roof on his own house. Had a harness on. That's good. Mike, you fell through your own ceiling. That's good shit, man. So I got to tell you this story, and then I'll try to get to the point of this whole video tonight. The thing most contractors are screwing up, or whatever my title of this thing is. Should have been a safety talk here with everything we have going on. All right, so guys, I want you to visualize this. There's a 2-story foyer in this house. I can't even get through this without cracking myself up. Mike's wife was pissed. Well, no shit, she was pissed. You probably had drywall in her soup on the stove or something. So anyway, 2-story foyer, and it was a tile foyer. So you know where this is going. And this guy, Vic, who worked for my uncle, he was 6'10". This guy's 6'10", climbs up this 24-foot ladder that's in the foyer, like, leaning up. And he's cutting in the ceiling line. He's painting. And all of a sudden, it's a new construction house. The ladder kicks out on him, okay? And the ladder kicks out, and the rungs of the ladder dig into the wall, right, as they're falling, because Vic's a heavy, big guy. And then the ladder hits the other wall at the other wall. So you guys with me there, right? And so the ladder's like this, and we come around the corner, and Vic had fallen and landed on his nuts on the rung of the ladder, and he was this far from the floor, his feet were, and he was dangling his feet going, help me, help me, help me. And we just walked around the corner and all started laughing at him. So anyway. So yeah, Vic fell on his balls on a ladder. There you go. Let's see, Robert, my brother-in-law didn't set the ladder, reached down, and it collapsed. Fuck, 2-story roof, 4 broken ribs, and a bruised to shit body. We're going to do safety talks on here coming up, man. I might gonna get some safety people on the podcast here pretty soon too. Yeah, we all laughed at Vic. Let's see what else. Man, I could go story. I remember in Animal House when John Belushi's on the ladder and he's going gagunk, gagunk, gagunk. I tried that a few times and fell. I got chased down the ladder. I hit a hornet's nest once, and they all started to swarm out. And I slid down the ladder, 24-foot ladder. No shit, I slid all the way down. And I looked up, and they were coming down after me. And I ran around the whole front of the house, ran around the whole damn house, ran out my van, and I stopped, and I turned around, and this fucking hornet comes up and stung me right here under the eye. He chased me from the frickin' backyard to the front yard just to sting my ass. So I'm sure we all have lots and lots of stories that we could share with each other. All right. So I don't know what the title of this was. I already forgot. But basically, here's something I want to share with you guys that so many, like, I feel like it's happening more and more. And this month's fight night that we're doing is actually going to help cover this talk and some other things about making a profit. But let me see if I could find this screenshot that I took here real quick and read something for you, my people. Anyway, okay, here it is. A guy in our Contractor Fight Facebook group shared this. And are you guys still there? Because the chat box just got really quiet. Like, stuff stopped coming. So I just want to make sure you can still hear me. Just give me some love or something before I waste a bunch of my oxygen here. All right, cool. Awesome. Says I'm a GC, such and such town. I underbid a $250,000 addition, and he basically stiffed on the payments because he didn't have a signed contract and signed change orders. Guys, gals, my friends, my tribe, my people, my fighters, for the love of all things that are alive and well in the world, please, this is the thing so many guys are messing up. So many companies are messing up. Get your contracts in order, man. Seriously. That's your only line of defense. Otherwise, it's just he said, she said. Another woman, she sent us a message, and she's like, my husband did a $300,000 addition on a handshake. Now, listen, I get it. We all want to be able to trust people, all this other stuff. The only handshake that counts is the one that includes a signature on the legal paperwork, okay? Guys, this is like playing defense, right? You want to keep the other fuckers out of the end zone. Well, in order to do that, you got to have contracts, you know, are part of that, okay? Guys are rolling the dice. Like, yeah, we got to score points and sell jobs. That's what offense is, right? Scoring points, leads, all that other shit. But defense is, here, let me find this. I'm going to look for something on my screen here real quick. It's my, what do I call it? My essentials checklist that I give my coaching clients here. Where the hell is it? Oh, shit. That ain't it. Where'd it go? Hold on. Bear with me. There it is. I got it. Okay. So here's offense. Marketing strategy, marketing calendar, monthly sales goals, monthly profit goals, lead tracking, sales meeting, having a CRM, having a freaking website that doesn't blow nuts, building your brand, monthly KPI reviews, a sales process, customer experience training. These are all things that are offense to put points on the board. Now, defense, having a legal business entity, okay? Having an attorney and an accountant and a bookkeeper and proper contracts and an employee handbook and safety training and a budget and doing background checks on your people and having an estimating process and doing weekly training with your people, job costing and Guys, those are playing defense, okay? And so the one that I see, good for you, Aaron, not doing anything without a contract. Guys, I've just seen it too many damn times. Happen to me. I mean, one of the first projects I ever did is, this guy, he was an attorney too. You guys can't hear me? Huh. I don't know. I didn't change anything. So, can anyone else not hear me? I guess that's a stupid question. Can you hear me? How's that? All right, must be you, Nemo. I don't care if it's a $150 change order. Get a damn signature, okay? Look at it this way. If you do check this out. If you do a $3,000 job and you do a $150 change order that you get stiffed on, that's 5% of the revenue on the job that you get stiffed on. Well, if you're a $500,000 business and you get stiffed on change order here and a change order here, equating to 5%, that's $25,000 arrows. That's Spanish, by the way. That are, oops, almost spilled my beer. That you're not getting. And I don't know about you, but I'll take 25 grand any day of the week. All right. So, guys, please do your, and here's the thing. I get this, I don't know where to find a contract and all other shit. All right. Well, here's two things. And I really shouldn't have to spell this out for you. So let me ask you this. Let's just get really simple. If your testicles were on fire, what would you be looking for? I'll wait. Assuming you had testicles. If they're on fire, water. Thank you. It's very common sense, right? Okay, says Joe Perez. Good to see you, buddy. So, guys, here's the deal. If you need a contract, what do you think you should do? What are some possible things that a resourceful human being could do to fix the I don't have a contract problem? What do you guys think? Bingo, says Alaskan Awesomeness. Google. Contracts for painting contractors. Contracts for what? Guys, this is freaking crazy. We have almost every answer in the whole world right here. You push a couple buttons and in seconds, okay, you get the answers. So that's one thing you could do is just go to Google, copy, paste, rip some shit off, change your company name. And you guys, you can do this with employee handbooks and all this other shit that's out there. Okay. And then the other thing you could do is hire an attorney. Find it on Google, send it to the attorney, spend the $300, $400, $500 and say, hey, what do you think? What do I need to change? And they're going to make their notes. And that thing right there is going to save you a ton of heartache down the road. Other thing you could do, if you're not already in our private Facebook group that's free, go to Facebook, go to the Contractor Fight private group, request access. You got to own your shit within 20 hours and then we let you in. Otherwise, we kick you out. All right. And then you type in there with all these other kick-ass contractors, hey, I'm a deck contractor. Any guys that do decks have a contract you'd be willing to share with me? And I guarantee you within 4 hours, you'll probably have 1 or 2 guys saying, hey, send me your email and I'll send you my contract. Guys, I'm blown away by the lack of resourcefulness. It's like everybody wants to fucking be spoon-fed all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a contract. What do I do? I'm like, seriously? Go to fucking Google. Call it. I mean, I would Google a guy on the other side of the country. I'd go, I'm in Colorado. So if I needed a contract for siding company or some remodeler or whatever, going to go to Google. I'm going to go best siding contractor in Cleveland. I'm going to go somewhere not in my area, and I'm going to just call and go, hey, I'm a new contractor. I'm a guy in such and such town. I'm on the other side of the country. I'm trying not to, slam my nads in the door and screw my family and my business and blow my whole life up and set it on fire. Would you be willing to share with me a template? Like, at the very least, do that. Be resourceful. God bless it. It drives me crazy. It says, I got mine off Google, had an attorney review it, and every customer signs it and compliments me on how well it's written. This is also one of those things that sends a message to your prospects that you have your shit together. If you want somebody to stroke you a check for $5, $10, $50, $100,000 for a project or more, or whatever the heck it is, if I'm going to write you a check for an amount of money, I need to feel, this is just me as a consumer, I need to feel like you're not a total idiot. And if you're going, I don't have a proposal template, I don't have a contract, let's just do it on a handshake, I'm going to write it up on a freaking napkin and send it over to you, then you know what? You're going to get what you get. And a lot of times you're not going to get that payment, that final payment. In fact, there's a guy I was talking to yesterday. So here's the second thing. All right. So the first thing was we fuck things up because we don't have the contract. The second thing we do that screws things up is we don't enforce it. Okay. Part B of this thing is you don't enforce it. So what I mean by that is, I had a guy tell me yesterday he's waiting on $16,000, $20,000 from a guy that owes him this money. And the way it's written in his contract is, I'm going to get a third when you agree to do the job, when you schedule. I'm going to get a third on the first day of the job, and then the final third on the last day of the job. So he invoices and gets the deposit for the first third. Give me thumbs up if you're with me so far. He invoices on the first day of the job when his crew gets there, and the homeowner flips out at him and goes, what the fuck? You haven't done any work yet, and I'm going to give you 2/3 of the money? And my guy that I'm working with and I'm coaching was like, dude, it's in the contract. Here's the thing. Most don't read the contract. Most don't ever read it. Some of the real anal people in the world do. The detail-oriented people, like, 40% of people will actually read the thing, maybe. So we talked about, all right, well, what are you going to do about this in the future? And what I used to do years ago is, I don't care how big the job was. It was my job as a sales guy, or a sales guy working for us, or my business partner at the time, or whatever it was. When you sold a job, part of your job as the salesperson, your role as the salesperson, was just literally sit down with the customer. Even if it's over the phone, doesn't matter. Hey, Bill, can you pull out the contract that I sent you? Yep. Hey, so listen, you'll notice that when you schedule, we get a third, whatever your percentage. I don't give a shit what your percentage is. And then that secures your spot on the schedule. And then we typically do another payment on the first day of the job, or this point in the job, or whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Do you understand that? And we used to have people check boxes. Like, we had check box, like initial next to it. Like, I understand that I'm giving a deposit now. I understand on the first day of the job, I'm going to give a deposit. Guys, if they're not willing to play by your rules, then don't start the damn job. Okay. Let's see. Alaskan, yep, did a sub job for another contract. He signed, but never read it. Caused problems. Here's the other thing. Those of you that work for Gs and stuff like that. Now, a lot of guys on here are like, fuck GCs and those guys. They just fuck the specialty contractors and all this other stuff. They only want cheap jobs and blah, 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 blah. All they care about is money. I don't agree with that. I have been fortunate to work with some amazing general contractors and home builders and things like that through the years. And when you have the right one, it's a good thing. Well, I had this guy I was working for. He would give us a draw when we would prime the house as per our contract. Well, I had another payment due at a certain point, maybe when we were done spraying out all the trim in these beautiful custom 6,000 square foot home, whatever. And he never would, he'd never pay me on that one. And I was too much of a wuss to stand by it until the day that I decided to not be a wuss anymore. And he calls me up and he's like, hey, where are you at? You're not on the job. And I said, well, you didn't. And we had invoiced him and left him a voicemail saying, hey, we need a payment for this next payment on this job. And same with the email and the invoice we sent over. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm all over. And he never replied. And we said, if we don't get acknowledgement of this and blah, 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 and same with the voicemail my office manager left, we're not coming. So we would prime house, we would leave for a few weeks or a month or whatever. Trim carpenters would go in and they would do their thing, right? Hang crown, all that shit. Then we'd come back in. So we weren't going to come back in until we got the next payment or whatever it was. And we didn't show up. And he's like, what the hell? And I said, dude, I sent you an email the other day. We sent you a voicemail a few days ago. Our paperwork. It's my bad that we haven't been enforcing this. And now we are. And he was all pissed and all this other shit. We didn't go. We're just like, the minute, this is where guys get into trouble, where I got into trouble, is the minute a GC or a builder doesn't follow, or any customer, honestly, doesn't play to the terms that they agreed to when they signed the contract, don't do one more minute of work there. Okay? Guys, please don't do any more work if somebody has not adhered to your payment terms. All right, FMD, what's up here? 20K job closing. This client doesn't want to pay the change orders because she didn't know. I pulled the 14 emails every time there was a change order. You got to have the contracts. Bingo. We have our foremen have conversations with people. I know a lot of guys, we didn't do this. Sometimes we did, but lost track of my thought now. Shit. It was good too. It was going to totally change your lives. Hold on. It'll come back to me. Joseph Perez, I need help closing more leads. Can you guide me to a course that can help me? All right. That's like a softball, man. I'm going to let some other people that are in that course, if they're still on here, actually answer the question. And if one of you guys are in this course that I'm thinking of, please put the link to it in there for me. Let's see here. I got a message. Somebody's texting me. Yes. So about 4 or 6. Okay. So Bean, Joseph, are you still on here? Put the link to the program that will help somebody close more leads, close more deals. All right. But guys, the minute a customer does not fulfill their end of the bargain that they agreed upon, okay, do not spend any more time on that job, because every minute you spend on that job, you're racking up debt, okay, and you're digging yourself into a hole. Yeah, Mike, can you put the link in there? Type it in for me. It's contractorsalesacademy.com is really what it is, guys. Somebody type it in there for me. Because then I'll lose my train of thought here if I do that. So don't keep digging the hole if they're not paying you. Because flip this, guys. All right, flip this around. What if you, as the contractor, you mofo homie, what if you didn't fulfill your end of the bargain? They'd be bashing you on Google. Fucking 2020 would be out there doing a documentary on how your fucking homeowner's over and all that other shit. Okay, but they think it's okay for them to not play by the rules. Now, I will also acknowledge that most contractors don't go over the contract with people. They don't make sure that people understand. So do your part, okay, and make sure that you are controlling what you control. That way you have a leg to stand on. Show. There we go. Cool. Thank you, Robert. Let me make sure that's the link. Yep, that's the link. So if you guys go to the link and you click sign up now in the upper right-hand corner, you will be in, if you scroll all the way down here, where the hell is it? That ain't the one. Hold on. Out the CSA. Just do contractorsalesacademy.com. Or I'll copy and paste it. Don't do the CSA part. Here we go. There. I just copied and pasted. So we're good. So guys, the biggest mistake, one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing contractors make over and over and over again is simply what I just shared. They don't have the contracts or they're not enforcing the contracts. Guys, this is defense. Think of how hard you're working to get the phone to ring. Think of how hard you're working to find and recruit and train your employees. Think of how hard you're working to close deals, get, and all this other stuff in your business. And if you don't have that signature and that paperwork in place, all of that can be gone overnight. Okay? So I've seen so many people screw up their whole life and their future, their family. I mean, the guys are mortgaging their houses and they're losing their houses and shit because they're not getting paid on a project. And that's fucked up. All right. And like I said before, just flip it. What if you didn't fulfill what you said you would do in the paperwork, right? With the client, they'd be all up in your grill going, you're an asshole. We're not paying, blah, blah, blah. Well, you have every right when they don't pay you, when the deposits and the progress payments and all that other stuff, you have every right to say, well, then we're stopping work. And you can have a stop work clause in your oops, shit, I almost did something here. What did I do? Ooh. Okay, there we go. You can have a stop work clause in your contract that says, hey, if you're a D-bag, we ain't showing up anymore. If you don't ask, we ain't showing up anymore. All right. You can also have things in your contract that says if you don't pay us and we fulfill the work that we do and this and that, and then you want to sue us, all the legal fees are on you, mine too. Like, guys, get a lawyer. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. All right. So, just reading some of this. Gino's Way says he's learning a shit ton. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Happy Friday. I work for a GC as a salesman, superintendent. I was a sub for him at one point. I'm 5 months into this job now. Your videos helped a lot. I sold 102 grand in the last 2 weeks. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that, Tug Life. I think we covered everything. So anyway, shit, we've gone almost 40 minutes here. So I'm going to get rolling. Guys, I appreciate you. Keep grinding, keep fighting, and don't ever apologize for doing things by the book in your business. People will respect that, and it will provide security for them as well. Okay, believe me, a homeowner. What's up, Monaco? A homeowner does not want to work with a contractor that doesn't have their shit together. They will respect you more when you go, hey, I got to call a timeout here. I didn't mean to do this, but you missed the next progress payment, and I just can't do any more work until that's taken care of. Okay. This guy I was telling you guys about earlier, the customer owes him 2 progress payments of 16 or 20 grand. They were like, well, you're going to finish the job in another 4 or 5 days, so I'll just write you one check at the end. Like, they write their own fucking rules, right? And my contractor buddy was like, he's like, man, I get that. It totally makes sense. But hey, I got to pay my guys. And if I don't have money coming in, I'm a business. I got money going on every day, just like your business probably does, right? So if I don't have money coming in every day, I can't pay my guys. If I can't pay my guys, guess what? They're not going to come back, and we ain't going to finish your job in 4 or 5 days. Okay, so that's why I need the progress payment. All right. So anyway, what's up, Kelly? Bean. All right, cool, guys. You rock. Have a great night. And have a great weekend. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you next time. I gotta fly here. We'll see you. Don't forget to go to the contractor. Go to contractorsalesacademy.com. We were talking about the bridge earlier. It's no brainer, entry level, $100 a month. Freaking, my partners can kick me out of it tomorrow, and I will still refer people to the bridge because it's that great of a program. Our team is doing a good job over there. All right, we'll see you.